You're listening to Viking News on Demand.
Welcome in, everybody, on this Friday night. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go over to the screen here and make something else full screen for you so that you can see all that's taking place here on the field right now as we are getting ready for Friday night football. As you can see, our camera situation's much better tonight. Sharing is caring. Why don't you get that share already out there? Let people know we are live on Viking News on Demand. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Doug Atkins Field at Barker Memorial Stadium right here in the heart of Humboldt. That's right. We are in the heart of Humboldt tonight, and it's not just another game. It's the first home game of the year for the Humboldt Vikings, and there's just something about the first night under the lights. It just feels different. And especially when it's at home, the home lights, I mean, that is. And you can feel it already as the stands are beginning to fill. The smell of the grill is drifting across the stadium from the concession stand. The cheerleaders are lining up, getting their first full taste of a Friday night in front of the home crowd this season. And you can see the fans, young and old, filing in, wearing the maroon and gold on the home side, and they're ready to cheer on their Vikings, as well as across the way, the black and gold for the Peabody Golden Tide. Doug Atkins Field is more than just a playing surface. It carries a name that is tied to greatness. And Doug Atkins, who is a Humboldt native, went on to become one of the most feared defensive linemen in NFL history. He eventually became enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Every time the Humboldt Vikings step onto this field, they are not just representing their school and community. Oh, no. It's a lot bigger than that. They're carrying the legacy of someone who showed that greatness can come from right here in Humboldt, Tennessee. And Barker Memorial Stadium, what a place. For decades, this stadium has been the centerpiece of Friday nights in Humboldt. This is where the community gathers. This is where generations of families have cheered together. Fathers and mothers who maybe now they're grandparents once sat in these same stands. Some of them wore these same colors, played on this very field. Some marched in the band or cheered from the sidelines. Tonight, the cycle continues as new generations of Humboldt fans take their places in the bleachers, carrying forward the tradition. There is nothing quite like a first home game. The team has already been tested on the road, but there is a difference in walking out of that locker room here at home. And the banners on the fence, the lights shining down, the roar of the hometown crowd when the Vikings take the field, it just lifts you up. And that's what Humboldt is hoping for tonight. I'm going to try to turn this around where maybe we can see the time there. I cannot zoom in. So before we get into this tonight, we're just thankful it's not automatically zooming. We're going to try to get through a broadcast like this. And then by next week, we hope to have a scoreboard overlay. And then we will miss the game at Middleton, but the next game we'll pick back up, and hopefully we'll have a camera that can zoom in and out, ready to roll. So just kind of giving you a little bit of forward progress that we're looking for tonight. Keep sharing that video. We are climbing in views tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday night. Tonight is no small challenge for the Humboldt Vikings. It's Peabody, the Trenton Peabody Golden Tide, one of the most successful programs in West Tennessee. A powerhouse with state championships, discipline, and tradition has come to Humboldt tonight. But that's what makes this night even more special, folks. Humboldt gets to measure itself not against just anyone, but against a rival with history and pedigree. The first home game of the year is always about setting a tone. It's about showing the community what this team can become. It's about responding to the challenges of the early season. And it's about protecting your house, letting everyone know that Doug Atkins Field is not just any field, and it's not an easy place to play ball. As we get closer to kickoff and we take a look around, the flag over here is it's kind of unfurling. It's waving in the air, and you can sense that Humboldt is ready to turn the page on last week and write a new chapter tonight. This is high school football in its purest form. This is Humboldt. This is Friday night under the lights. And so before we turn the page to tonight's matchup with Trenton Peabody, let's revisit last Friday night's season opener on the road in Halls, a game that offered Humboldt fans a mix of early excitement, sobering reminders that this is a process, and plenty of lessons for a young Viking roster still finding its identity. The final score was Halls 54, Humboldt 12. But the story of how it unfolded is worth retelling because it reveals both where the Vikings stumbled and also where they have potential to grow. For one brief but exhilarating moment, it looked like Humboldt might be writing a brand new story for the 2025 season. On the very first possession of the year, junior quarterback Jaden Champion stepped onto the field with confidence, and after a short completion to the junior leader Darian Taylor that loosened up the defense, Champion took the snap, dropped back, had a little time, launched a perfectly placed strike downfield. And waiting at the other end of that pass was Tylen Richmond, streaking past defenders. The ball hit him in the stride, and in a flash, Richmond was in the end zone. A 40-yard touchdown pass. The Vikings sideline erupted. The Humboldt fans who had traveled to Halls jumped to their feet, and in just minutes, the Vikings had a 6-0 lead to open the season. And for a moment, it felt like momentum, history, and doubt had all been shoved aside. It wasn't just a score. It was a statement, folks. We felt it. This team had playmakers, and when they execute, folks, they can strike quickly. Momentum doubled down on the next drive. Halls answered with a steady march down the field, leaning into that bruising ground game. But when the Tigers pushed inside the red zone, the Viking defense came up big. Junior defensive back Tyon Campbell read the quarterback's eyes, made a break on the football, and with a perfectly timed leap, he snatched an interception at the Viking 5-yard line, silencing the Halls crowd and energizing Humboldt once again. He returned it near the 20-yard line, preventing what seemed like was going to be a Tiger touchdown. 2 possessions in, and Humboldt had both a long touchdown and a defensive takeaway. The ingredients for an upset were there. But football is a 4-quarter game. This is where Hall's depth and discipline began to tilt the field just a little bit. Humboldt's offense couldn't convert Campbell's interception into points, and so a failed 4th down try deep in their own territory set Halls up with a short field. And not long after, a fumble by junior running back Jeremiah Jones turned into another Tiger possession in plus territory against a team with size in the trenches and a powerful running attack. Those mistakes are unforgiving. Halls punched in 2 quick scores, turning Humboldt's 6-0 lead into a 14-6 deficit by the end of the first quarter. And from there, the Tigers never looked back. Halls didn't need to get fancy. Their offensive line consistently opened lanes, and their backs ran hard behind the pads. Drive after drive, Humboldt's defenders were asked to make tackles at the second level. And by halftime, the Viking defense had been worn down by the constant pounding of inside runs and sweeps that pushed the ball downfield. Still, there were defensive bright spots. Sophomore linebacker Martavius Marables won. He recorded multiple tackles early, including 2 on back-to-back plays that forced a 3rd down. Darian Taylor played both ways, offense and defense, flew around from his linebacker spot to clean up plays and provide leadership. And the young linemen like Jalen Hampton and Demarion Guyton found themselves in the middle of the battle against Hall's larger line, holding their own on certain snaps and showing glimpses of what they could become as they grow into their varsity roles. But the reality is clear. Halls had the size, they had the depth, they had the rhythm. Long clock-draining drives kept Humboldt on its heels, and turnovers shortened the field. And by halftime, the scoreboard read Halls 35, Humboldt 6. And the momentum that had once belonged to the Vikings had fully shifted. So while Humboldt struggled to string together consistent drives, there were offensive takeaways worth noting. And Champion's arm talent was obvious. He delivered the opening touchdown, showed the confidence to keep looking down deep throughout the night. But there were times that aggressiveness worked against him. And there were some shorter checkdowns, and there were safer throws that were available. But the young quarterback, he's going to benefit from learning when to take those shots and when to stay patient. And his composure in the pocket, even under pressure, showed that he has the makeup to grow into a reliable leader. He did get injured in the end of that game. However, I have seen him already out throwing the ball, and he has his helmet, so I am expecting him to play tonight, at least to start this game. Taylor's versatility stood out, contributing both as a receiver and a runner, picking up valuable yards after contact. Richmond's big play speed was validated in the touchdown catch, so he remains a constant threat. He can flip the field in a single snap. Jeremiah Jones, he had a rough night, but it was because of the blocking up front. This offense is still a work in progress, but the pieces are there. A strong-armed quarterback, a pair of explosive weapons in Taylor and Richmond, and a running back who can balance the attack once the line develops more consistency. So head coach Hayden Williams, he was not discouraged. In fact, his message before and after the game was remarkably consistent. Compete, grow, and learn. He said, they may have more kids to pull from than us, but that can't be an excuse. You can only put 11 on the field at a time. He also stressed the importance of seeing the big picture. He said, I see overall improvement. We got better ball skills, and the younger linemen are improving every day. They still have a long way to go, but that's okay. They're young, and they're going to grow as the season progresses. That's the perspective of a coach who understands where this program is in a rebuild, but one also that's gaining experience every single week. And so it's important to remember this is a team that, the scoreboard was ugly. Yes, the film room was full of teachable moments this week. Coaches have emphasized ball security, turnovers kill momentum, and it gave Halls easy points last week. Also mentioned maybe the executing on fourth down. There were some options there. Early gambles backfired, and better decision-making is needed tonight for sure. And then tackling at the line, not letting those running backs get into the second level. Too often, defenders were dragged for extra yards, and they extended Hall's drives. So for players like Marable and Hampton and DeAndre Emerson, the experience of live varsity snaps against a physical team is invaluable. These are the reps that harden young athletes into future playmakers. Every snap under the lights adds to the growth of a team that is still learning how to win. High school football rivalries aren't just about the scoreboard. They're about communities, traditions, and memories that stretch across generations. And when you look at the West Tennessee football history, one of the rivalries that stands out is the one we're watching tonight, the Humboldt Vikings and the Trenton Peabody Golden Tide. This is not just another Friday night matchup. This is a series that began in 1938 and has carried through wars, cultural changes, and countless players who grew up dreaming of wearing their school's colors under the lights. Tonight, as Humboldt and Peabody face off once again, we are stepping into a story that spans more than 80 years of football history. Over that time, these two schools have met nearly 70 times on the gridiron. The Golden Tide holds the upper hand today, leading the all-time series with 37 wins to 31. And there have been 4 ties, but those numbers only tell part of the story. What makes this rivalry special is how momentum has shifted back and forth decade after decade, each side having its time in the spotlight. The early days, I'm going to talk about the 1930s and 40s. The very first chapter of this rivalry was written in 1938, as I said earlier, when Peabody edged Humboldt by a score of 13-7. And that set the tone for a competitive series right from the beginning. In the late 1930s and through the 1940s, both teams were still finding their football identities. Humboldt managed a couple of convincing wins, including a 40-0 shutout in 1940. Peabody answered back with strong performances of their own, especially in the 1944 season when the Golden Tide beat Humboldt twice, once by a score of 20-0 and again 26-6. The decade ended with Humboldt picking up a narrow 7-6 victory in 1948, and then there was a scoreless tie between these two teams in 1949. By the end of the 1940s, the rivalry was balanced. Neither side was able to claim clear dominance. As the 1950s began, Peabody started to lean into control. They shut out Humboldt 33-0 in 1951. They followed that with several close victories, including a 27-26 thriller in 1956 and 14-13 squeaker in 1957. Humboldt, of course, had their moments. For example, there was a 33-6 rout in 1959, which reminded everyone the Vikings weren't going anywhere. But the 1950s belonged largely to Peabody. By the time the decade closed, Peabody had taken 5 wins. Humboldt just had 3, and there were 2 ties that were recorded. It was a sign that in the early years, the Golden Tide had the momentum. Momentum shifted drastically in the 1960s. Peabody began the decade strong with 3 straight wins, shutting out Humboldt in 1961 and 1962. But starting in 1963, the Vikings caught fire. Humboldt won 6 of the next 7 meetings, including convincing victories like 33-13 in 1964, 32-7 in 1968. There was even a defensive slugfest in 1965 where the Vikings edged Peabody 12-6. The 1960s rivalry highlights 2 truths about this Humboldt football program. When the Vikings had talent and confidence, they could roll over anybody, and they loved to do it against their neighbors from Trenton. By the end of the decade, Humboldt had flipped the rivalry back in their favor. The 1970s were the beginning of what older Humboldt fans will remember as the golden years of this rivalry, where Humboldt completely took command. The Vikings won 8 games in that decade, losing only once. It was a 1-point heartbreak in 1975 when Peabody escaped with a 22-21 win. Other than that, it was Humboldt's show. Some of the wins were dominant: a 48-6 blowout in 1974 and a 40-12 victory in 1973. But what really stood out was Humboldt's ability to win the close ones, too. There was a 6-0 grind in 1977, a 10-7 squeaker in 1978. And by the end of the decade, it was clear this rivalry had shifted hard in Humboldt's favor. If the 1970s were impressive, the 1980s cemented Humboldt's legacy in the rivalry. Starting in 1980, Humboldt ripped off win after win. They won 10 out of 12 matchups in the 1980s, including some of the most lopsided results in the series. In 1982, Humboldt put up 46 points to Peabody's 7. In 1986, it was a 42-0 shutout. In 1987, Humboldt followed it up with a 44-14 win. The Vikings capped the decade with back-to-back victories in 1988 and 1989 by scores of 41-18 and 21-7. During this period, Humboldt ran their longest streak ever against Peabody, 11 straight wins from 1980 through 1990. It was the high water mark for Viking dominance in the Peabody-Humboldt rivalry. The 1990s brought balance back to the series, however. Humboldt opened the decade with 28-13 win in 1990, but Peabody responded with a tight 10-7 victory in 91 and then a convincing 34-0 shutout in 1992. The middle of the decade saw kind of a pause in the rivalry, but when play resumed in the late 1990s, Humboldt and Peabody split games. Humboldt shut out the Tide 20-0 in 1997, which Peabody answered with a 26-21 win in 1998. Humboldt came right back with a 31-21 victory in 99, and this decade showed the rivalry's balance. Neither side dominated, and games often came down to just a handful of plays. The 2000s were a tug of war. Humboldt started the new millennium strong with wins in 2000, 2001, 2003, and 2004, including a 35-8 victory in 2004. But Peabody was not going anywhere quietly. They grabbed wins in 2002, 2005, and 2007, all of them by single digits, showing how tight this rivalry had become. The Vikings closed the decade strong with wins in 2008 and 2009, scoring 34 and 35 points in back-to-back seasons. At that point, Humboldt fans still felt confident that the rivalry belonged to them. The 2010s, though, the rivalry took another dramatic turn. Humboldt opened the decade with back-to-back wins. 13-3 in 2010, 35-14 in 2011. But that would be the last time the Vikings celebrated against Peabody. Starting in 2012, the Golden Tide flipped the script and they won a 21-14 battle in the regular season, then doubled them up in the playoffs the same year with a 41-21 victory. From that point forward, Peabody owned the matchup. By the end of 2010, the rivalry that once leaned Humboldt's way was fully in Peabody's control. The new decade had added to Peabody's streak in the 20s. In 2021, the Golden Tide rolled past Humboldt 42-8. In 2022, they followed it up with a 40-6 victory. That pushed Peabody's current streak to 11 straight wins, tying Humboldt's own streak from the 1980s. So here's the interesting storyline. I said all of that to say this. If Peabody wins again, they set a new record for dominance in this historic series. This is what makes high school football special. These two towns, separated by less than 20 miles, they've been colliding on the gridiron for more than 8 decades. Fans remember the names, the scores, and the heartbreaks, but more other than that, they remember the Friday nights, the bands, the rival crowds. They remember the feeling that comes when the Vikings and the Tide, when they meet under the Friday night lights. Humboldt once owned this rivalry. Peabody owns it now. And tonight, as the latest chapter is written, both sides know one thing. When the Vikings and the Golden Tide take the field, history is watching and memories are waiting to be made. Earlier today, I did sit down with our head football coach, Coach Hayden Williams. And we talked about last week's game. We talked about the lessons his team learned and what to expect tonight against Peabody. So here we go. We also talked about the keys to the game and his message to the fans as the Vikings get set for their first home contest of the season. So here we go. Here's what I want to do. Let's play that conversation right now. We'll be right back. We have Coach Hayden Williams, our head coach for the Humboldt Vikings football team today. And, Coach, welcome back into the program. And as we get ready for this game tonight, let's recap last week. We've not spoken to you since then. Last Friday didn't go the way we had hoped it would with the 54-12 loss there at Halls. My main question is, how has the team responded this week?
It's been a pretty good week, honestly. Said last week, it's pretty good. Got a touchdown early, got an interception, and then, a few injuries kind of started things, and things started to snowball downhill. And, that can happen with 14, 15, 17-year-old kids. So,
yeah. That's right. What's the overall mindset coming into this game, though? I mean, I know you've got Peabody ahead of you, and getting that loss week one is kind of tough, and kids know the Peabody program. What's the mindset going into this game tonight?
It's been a great mindset, like I said, all week from our team. They know these kids. Obviously, the school's being so close, they've kind of grown up around a lot of these kids. They have good relationships with those. Man, most importantly, they want to beat those kids. They hear it from communities, oh, Peabody has, 3 state championships in the past, 10 years. So, I mean, it's one of those kind of things where the kids, they know the history of the program. They know the rivalry of it, and it's a game they want to win.
Definitely. I mean, after one game, what positives did you see or feel from the team that you can build on moving forward from last week?
I saw a lot of growth from a lot of kids last year that kind of would have put their head down and not went back into a game when it started rolling downhill. And they were the first kids up and kind of out there ready to move in and try and get us going back in the right direction. So just give a lot of the kids, even when everything's going the wrong way, just seeing them still trying to fight, that was great to see.
Yes, sir. Peabody's been a powerhouse in recent years. What makes them such a tough opponent this Friday night?
I think the big thing is their coaching staff's fantastic over there. Obviously, they have a new head coach, but a stranger to being a head coach. So it was my head coach when I was in high school.
Okay.
so got a little rivalry there. Well, old Tab Bell over there is head coach, man. They're doing things great over there. So I think that's a big thing for them is the staff over the past, 8 to 10 years has just been a fantastic staff. And it's helped them roll and get moving in the right direction. Like I said, win a few state championships and they still have, great facilities that help them get prepared for it. So I said they do things great over there, but I think talent wise, we have just as talented kids as they have.
Yeah.
And I tell my kids every week, if we're picking 11 on 11, I'm taking my 11 every time.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I mean, you're looking at the film. What's the biggest challenges they're going to present to you on offense and defense tonight?
They're physical.
Okay.
They're a real strong bunch of guys. They're a physical group of guys. It's not, it's nothing that we hadn't seen, last week. All the real physical. So that's kind of what we challenged our guys to be this week is just more physical. We had to get more physical up front. Our line, both offensively and defensively, had to play a lot better this week.
Yes. Yeah, I could see that. If Humboldt's going to compete with Peabody tonight, you've already gave me one key, and that is, your line is going to have to play better, protect the quarterback, get after the quarterback, and stop the run. Man, they ran all over us last week. What are the keys that you see to success tonight for Humboldt?
Like I said, the line play is huge. We have to be able to run the football ourselves. Yeah. Last week, we did not have any positive rushing yards.
Yeah.
So it's kind of something we hit on this week with just guys. We have to be able to run the ball. We know we can throw the ball a little bit. We know we can, get the ball in the hands of our playmaker.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we can't run the ball, they can drop 8 into coverage, and we're kind of screwed right there.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, it's your first home game, and you mentioned already, that you're coaching against the guy that coached you in high school, and so that probably played a little bit into getting that game back on the schedule. It's been a little while since we played Peabody. What's one thing you want the community to know about this team, because this is their first chance to see them in action at home?
Man, they're just a scrappy group of guys.
Okay.
Our numbers are improved. We got about on the team, when everyone's there. So it's just a scrappy group of guys that have really grown together, and man, they love each other. So I think the future's bright for this group of young men. Big thing is just getting that community support, like you said last week. Come out and support these guys, see what they've been working for all summer, and the kids see that. They wanna be supported. So
yeah. Let's see here. I need to make sure this is full screen. We'll go back to that here in just a moment. We're back. Here we go. Appreciate you joining us. We'll go back to that at halftime, but I did not want to miss that. And so I'm going to redo all of that here in just a little bit. Here we go. Let me turn that down. There we go. Let that finish out. Welcome into Viking football on Viking News on Demand. Let me know if you can hear something now. Humboldt's going to kick it off first, so Trenton will get the ball first. Kick is going to go up. Here we go. It's going to be returned from what looks to be the 26. He about falls down at the 35, but he gets up there. Making the tackle is going to be number... All right, looks like Westbrook. Tamarian Westbrook making the tackle there. That is a freshman on the field making some noise on special teams. Trenton will start their first drive of the night. All right, I see the last comment says you can't hear anything. Please let me know. Somebody comment. Okay, thank you. Yes, Miss Denise. I apologize. I think we're going to have a better experience tonight. Just bear with me this evening. We will not have a score board tonight, but we will have it by next week. Trenton back to throw. Going to throw it left side. It's a low pass. It is a complete pass. They started this thing at what looked to be the 42. And they will get it out to the 46-yard line. That is Haynes making the tackle there. And he brings up second down and what looks to be a long 6. Trenton going to run. Ball's on the ground. No, he held on to it. Helmet came off. Helmet came off of number 50, so Elijah Avery will have to come out of the game. And that will bring number 70, David Jeter, back onto the field. It'll bring up third down as they now, Peabody, are at their own 49-yard line. I know it's zoomed way out, but at least, oh, man, there's going to be, I think, a false start against Humboldt. And it'll be a first down for Peabody if I'm remembered, or if I saw that correctly. I think Humboldt moved a little too fast. Yep, so there you go. Penalty will make it a first down there. And the Humboldt Vikings now will stay on defense. The ball goes to the Humboldt 46. He's going to fake the handoff, looking to throw deep. He's got his man, overthrows him, incomplete pass. So that'll stop the clock at 10:38 remaining in the first quarter, and 2nd and 10 from the Humboldt 46. Trailing him there. I mean, he had a man if he could have placed the ball right. Humboldt needs to really, really play well on defense tonight against the run. I'll give you my keys to the game. We didn't quite get to that as we ran out of time in our pregame show. 2nd and 10 from the Humboldt 46. Lining up, 2 wide outs to the right, nobody on the left. Even his tailback. Okay, now they're moving someone to the left to try to open up the defense. Humboldt expecting a run. Going to hand it off. Number 10, left side. Here he goes. Oh, shakes the tackler, but then goes out of bounds. He doesn't gain much. Maybe a gain of about 4. Brings up third down. No, they're going to back it up. Say he only gained 2. They only gave him 1. I'm sorry. They got it to the Humboldt 45. And so that'll bring up third down and 9. Just play good Humboldt defense. Stay home. Don't get beat. Looks like Trenton is going to try to open it up a little bit here. Here they go. Throw left side. Defense is there, and great job by the defense. That is number 3. That will be Kavian Taylor, the senior, knocking the ball away. And Humboldt gets off the field on their first defensive stand, and looks like we're going to have number 3 back to receive this punt. That'll be Kavian Taylor on the left side of your screen, actually on your right side of your screen. And if you want to, go ahead and move that just a little bit. I can't see the number of the other player there. Here we go. Punt is off, and it's going to the left. Oh, no. Ball's on the ground. Trenton picked it up. This is what we talked about earlier. You got to overcome those early mistakes. And so Trenton will get the ball back. I cannot zoom in. I'm sorry, Jamari. I cannot zoom in tonight. But by next week, we hope to have that capability. Tonight was just to keep it from auto-zooming. We've spent all week. Thank you to Apple Tech Support for helping us get that corrected today. But we've spent all week trying to get that fixed. So just bear with us this evening. See the game from where you can see it, but just listen closely. Here we go. 1st and 10, Trenton Peabody at the Humboldt 19. It's going to be a run. Big hole left side. And a great open field tackle right there. I think that's number 8, Martavius Marable with the tackle. Now, before he did gain quite a bit of yardage there, they're going to mark that one all the way down at the 14. 2nd and 5. It's 2nd down. Peabody quarterback takes the snap. Going to hand it off again right side. He's got a little bit, but that line playing better tonight. He'll gain some yardage. He'll get down to what looks to be the 11 or 12. I think it's going to be the 12. Gain of 2. So it will bring up third down. The first down marker looks to be at the 9-yard line. It's going to be third down. They're saying 3rd and 6. No, 3rd and 4. So it is at the 8. Trenton back, handoff left side, bounces out, and he brings him down. Great tackle. That's Jeremiah Jones with the tackle there, bringing up another 4th down. You got to think being in Humboldt territory here, Humboldt's going to have to stop them here. Great job. This defensive line is playing so much better tonight against a very good Peabody Golden Tide team. It's going to be fourth down. Oh, did they draw Humboldt off? Humboldt's coaching staff is saying Peabody moved first. But the refs do not agree. Another offsides against your Humboldt defense. That is 2 penalties against your Humboldt defense tonight. 2 penalties early as we are now at 7:52 remaining in the first quarter. No score. Humboldt had done their job on the first drive, and they muffed the punt, and Trenton recovered. Here we go. First down. Handoff up the middle. Viking defense says, no, sir. Love it.
That brings up second down. Second and 6, Peabody.
I'm going to see. I'm coming up with some stuff here that may be saying I can zoom this in, so we may be able to test that here in just a little bit. It's going to be a handoff right side. Agnew diving into the end zone. And that is a Peabody Golden Tide touchdown. They went 19 yards in 5 plays. It was first and goal from the 6, and they punched it in. It's now 6-0, and they're going to kick the extra point. All right, here we go. Kick is up. Oh, wow. Plenty of distance on that one. It's good. Peabody Golden Tide leads 7-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back in, and we appreciate you joining us on this Friday night. Humboldt's going to get the ball now. Defensively, they got the job done earlier. Muffed a punt, and then Peabody makes them pay. And that's what good teams do. They make you pay for mistakes. So here we are. I'm going to have to figure this out. So just bear with us here as we work on our camera, but we will work on that and see if I can get that fixed. I don't want to do it at the expense of messing up our feed right now. So just bear with us. And also, I can't miss some stats here. So just at least you've got audio and a little bit of video tonight, and it's not zooming in crazy following the water boy or who else is running down on the sidelines. So, oh, deep kick. Goes back to the same young man. That's Darian Taylor on the left. He's got it now all the way up to the 20. Moving, spin move. Actually, that's not Darian, is it? That's number 4. Is that number 4? Yeah, that was Darian Taylor. That's correct. Darian Taylor with the return. And you'll just want to kind of watch that. I'm going to have to change screens here. I'm training a young man here on the camera tonight. And so he's going to have to watch his camera. And I'm going to some stats on this side. Humboldt going on offense for the first time tonight after the muffed punt. And so here we go. Drive number 1. Starting at the Humboldt Viking 27-yard line. It's going to be a long field, but hopefully we can make it happen. Here we go. Throw left side. It's going to be a screen, and they got yardage. He'll get out across the 30. Was a good throw.
That's made by the Westbrook.
And that was Westbrook who made the catch. Demarion Westbrook, number 11, the freshman. And that's going to be a gain out to the 33. That's a 6-yard gain. Going to run it up the middle with Jeremiah Jones. Look at the young man pick up the first down. Wow. So Jeremiah Jones will take it up the middle from the 32 up to the 38. It'll be another gain of 6. I like what this offense is doing so far. Here we go. Bad snap. Jaden Champion picks it up, throws over the middle. It's a complete pass as it'll get across the 45 to the 46. That's a gain of 8. Now, we talked about it before the game. The young man was not looking for those short check down passes last week. This week already, he's corrected that. 2nd down and 2. Humboldt moving Darian Taylor in motion to the right. Champion now, load snap, going to hand it off. Jeremiah Jones, right side. He's got room. He's got it near the first down marker. I believe he has picked up a first down. And looks like he got it to the 48. They're going to say first down. He picked up 1 yard, exactly what he needed. He's got 2 carries for 7 yards tonight so far on this drive. 1st and 10. It's going to be another handoff. Jeremiah Jones gets brought down from behind as he crosses midfield to the Peabody 48-yard line. Pickup of 4 for the big fella. I love how this offensive line and defensive line are playing so far tonight. Hopefully they can hold up. Could Humboldt keep Trenton Peabody from getting their 12th consecutive win? We will know here in just a little bit. Jaden Champion looking, throwing it down. Number 1 makes the catch. That is Tylen Richmond. He'll get it across the 45 down near the 44. Yeah, it'll be at the 44-yard line. Another pickup there. That'll be a pickup of 4. Tylen Richmond with his first catch of the night. Bobbles it. Here we go. But he's able to make the catch. So far, Jaden Champion is 3 for 3 for 11 yards. Here's another snap. Handoff, Jeremiah Jones, left side, and Jeremiah Jones powering his way forward. It's going to be another run there. I love seeing Jeremiah having some success tonight. He got it from the 44 down to the 43. So they're going to say he needs 1 more yard. It's 4th down. And I'm going to say it's inches, man. I mean, he is close. We're down to 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Wait a minute. We got a timeout, Humboldt. He didn't like what he was seeing, and I understand. You got to take a timeout in those situations. Yes, the camera's a long way from the field. We're back into this repeating ourselves tonight. I'm going to work on it. Just be glad you could see it. Hey, folks, I can remember the days when I was a kid. It was over on AM 1190 was your radio feed. And at night, the FCC made them turn their signal down. You had to live within about 5 miles from the field to get a clear signal. So just be glad you can hear it tonight. Bear with us a little bit as we improve our program. But you can hear tonight, and the camera's not doing goofy things. So, I appreciate my buddy here helping me run that this evening. I'm going to keep working on it as far as zooming it in, but we're learning this program as well. So just bear with us as we try our best to bring you the best product that we can. It is a little better tonight, okay? 4th and 1. Here we go. From the Peabody 43-yard line, 2:57 remaining in the first quarter. Trenton Peabody leads this one 7-0. Here we go. Quarterback sneak. Jaden Champion going up the middle. Hey, folks, he got the first down. I do, too. I used to enjoy listening to it as a kid as well. Jaden Champion calls his own number. Where did they mark that one? Down at the 42-yard line. So he picked up. What are they doing? Why are we not moving the chains? They're going to measure. Well, my goodness. I can tell you from up here it's a first down, but we'll wait on them. Tennessee, or Humboldt rather, is going to take a chance or take an opportunity here where they can move some people off the field. And they're about to measure this thing. I really don't think it's that close. Yeah, I mean, it's not even close. He got it almost by a full football. There we go. First down, Vikings. Jaden Champion. I think he picked up more like 2 yards on that one. Only needed 1. And that's near the 41. The 10th play of the drive. First and 10, Humboldt Vikings. Moving down the field. Jaden Champion, left side, throws it. Nobody's there. Miscommunication from your quarterback there. That pass was intended for Tylen Richmond. Nothing doing there. Somebody misunderstood the assignment, whether it was the quarterback or the wideout. They were not on the same page for sure. 11th play of this drive, as this drive has really took some time. Here we go. Second and 10. He's back in trouble. Throws it over. Got it to Jeremiah Jones. Jeremiah Jones has got real estate. There's a flag way down the field as Jeremiah Jones goes out of bounds inside the 30. I see 2 flags. One laying at the 31. Well, the other one just picked his flag up. So let's see what the flag is. It's going to be a complete pass from Jaden Champion to Jeremiah Jones. And now they're going to call a holding penalty on the offense. Miss Armstrong, so good to see you on the feed tonight. That's going to bring them back. Thankfully, where the hold happened, it's going to put the ball at the 40, so they gain a yard. And it remains second down. So it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 40. Hayden Williams getting the call in. Play clock is not down very far, so it's 30 seconds on the play clock. It may feel like longer than that at home, but just wanted you to know that there. On the near side of the field, here we go. It's back to pass. They're not sending the blitz this time. Jaden Champion, there's a hold on number 52. Yep. It's an incomplete pass, but it's going to be another hold. This one is going to be called on number 52. That's Ja'Cory Jeans. It'll be another hold. That's 2 penalties now on your offense. That's 4 total penalties. Coach Williams talking to the ref, letting him know, he doesn't understand the calls. Well, or not, no, you don't understand him. Let me back that up. Doesn't agree with the call. I'm sure he understands the call. You don't become a head coach at this level not understanding the call. Let me back that up. Coach Williams is a great coach, and he wanted to have the ear of that ref there. We are now backed up to midfield with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Back to pass. Jaden Champion throws left side. He's got it to Jared. No. Is that? I'm trying to see who that is. I think that's Tyon Campbell. Gets down to the 30, lowers his shoulder, gets out near the 20. Hey, that's a Viking first down. That's a first down all the way down to the all the way down to the Peabody 21. That was a 29-yard gain. A pass to Tyon Campbell, his first catch of the night. 1 catch for 29 yards. Here we go. Handoff, Jeremiah Jones. Jeremiah Jones hitting the hole hard. He'll gain 1 yard, and it brings up 2nd and 9. Humboldt just taking their time. This is how you'll beat a Peabody team. Keep their offense off the field. Here we go. They're at the Peabody 20-yard line. It's going to be another handoff. No, quarterback keeps it left side. Quarterback's tripped up, and he dives forward to the 17. Pickup of 3 for Jaden Champion. He now has 2 carries for 5 yards tonight. It's third down. We're under 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Humboldt in no hurry. 3rd and 7 from the 13. Milking that clock. Happy to do so. Back to pass. He's in trouble. He's going to throw it left side. Intercepted Trenton. Trenton coming back the other way. Got it to the 10. Going to be taken down at the 15-yard line. That'll be an interception. You take the sack in that situation. His offensive line did not give him much, but you got to take the sack there.
He's picked off by number 11 in the end zone. Great Peabody.
17-play drive ends with an interception. Man, that's disappointing. But this Viking team showing potential. Here we go. 9.4 seconds left in the first quarter. This is probably your final play of the quarter. Trenton Peabody in the gun. Fakes the handoff. He's in trouble. Throws left side. Oh, Humboldt. Tyon Campbell couldn't bring it in. Almost intercepted. 3.5 seconds remaining now. Brings up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the Humboldt 15-yard line. Thank you for joining us on this Friday night on Viking News on Demand. We said it earlier, this is not our finished product. By next week, we hope to have our scoreboard overlay and also this camera zoomed in. It's new equipment. Thankfully, it's not zooming in and out like crazy last week. Okay, he's going to run it out across the 20. Gets to around the 23-yard line, looks like. That'll be a gain of 8. So it should bring up 3rd down and 2. Tyon Campbell making the tackle there. And that's the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back. You're watching Viking football on Viking News on Demand. Welcome back in, everybody. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Humboldt Vikings trail 7-0. They're back on defense. 17-play drive. Ended with an interception in Peabody territory, but you got to be happy with how they're competing tonight, okay? You got to be happy with that. I'm just telling you. Man, oh, man. Here we go. Humboldt Vikings now. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Humboldt Vikings on defense. It's 3rd and 7. I had that wrong. That's the Humboldt 23. I want to make sure I say that right. I think I said 28 earlier. Oh, wow. Good job by the defense. Wow. That was a great tackle. And that brings up 4th down and 2. Is Trenton going to punt, or are they going for it? I think they're going for it. Yes, they're going for it. Stack the box. Hold it. Refs are blowing. Oh, Humboldt takes another timeout. So we'll return here in just a moment. You're watching Viking football on Viking News on Demand. All right, here we go. It's 4th down and 2. Humboldt only has 1 timeout. No, they have 2 timeouts remaining. Handoff left side. There was somebody in the backfield, couldn't get him down. However, Humboldt, I think, just made the stop. And there's a flag late. That should be on Trenton. There was a Trenton player who jumped on a Humboldt player late. Now, there may have been some jawing going on that we can't hear all the way from up here. So let's see what they say here. Let me go over here and remove myself from that screen. We're trying to figure out the Zoom, folks, so just hold on. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, man. When you're having to compete against, oh, my goodness. Wow. So the penalty goes against the defense. Terrible call. I'm just telling you. From what I saw up here, there was a player that jumped way late on a Viking. It's going to move them out to the 40 and give them a fresh set of downs. Wow. 1st and 10 from the Peabody 40. Left side. He's in trouble. Defense is going to have to crash that hole. Yeah, they did it. Look at that defense play. Back them up. That'll put them back at the 37-yard line. Loss of 3. Wow. Sorry, buddy. My goodness. Now it's going to be 2nd and 13 after that 3-yard loss. This Humboldt Viking team, if they would have played like this last week against the run, it would have been a different ball game altogether. He's back to pass. Looking, throw, and it's incomplete. No flag. Great defense. Great defense right there. My goodness gracious. All right, we'll pull it up here in a minute. Thank you, buddy. Wow. It's going to be 3rd down and 13. This reminds you of the old Humboldt-Trenton games. The defense wins the game. And so far, the muffed punt has been what has cost Humboldt tonight. 10:15 remaining in the first half. Humboldt trails 7-0. It is a 3rd and 13 from the Peabody 37. Peabody goes in the gun. Defensive line gets a little pressure. Going to screen it. He's got some room, but Humboldt played soft. They're going to get it out to what looks to be the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. So to bring up 4th down, they're showing 1st on the thing, but it should be 4th. There we go. 4th down and 3. I think Peabody's going to go for it here. They're playing with a lead. And so far, the Humboldt offense has not given them a reason to be afraid yet. However, Give it a little time. They've got playmakers. I told you before the game, they can flip the script so fast. 4th and 3. Don't jump. They want to draw you off sides. Don't jump. Watch the ball. 4th and 3. Ball's on the ground. There's a fumble. No matter what, it's going to be Humboldt ball.
Vikings ball.
There we go. It was a fumble, and the Vikings did recover. And so now Humboldt will go on offense for only the second drive offensively tonight. 9 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the first half. This defense is playing their tails off. I'm telling you. Wow. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Peabody 48. He's back, screening it, and Trenton Peabody read that play all over it. I mean, they were all over that one. Incomplete pass by Jaden Champion there. 2nd and 10. Humboldt here needs to come up with something. Didn't take much time off the clock either. And if you're a Viking, you want that time coming off the clock. Hayden Williams so far has called a great game, both offensively and defensively. This coaching staff really showing some growth here this year. 2nd and 10. Play clock only down to 25. Champion back to pass. In trouble. Throws left side. He's got a first down. That's a complete pass out to the 35-yard line. That was completed to number 3, Kavian Taylor. Pickup of 13. Back, running up the middle is Jeremiah Jones. Jeremiah Jones coming from the Peabody 35 all the way down to the 28. Pickup of 7. It's going to be a pass. Jaden Champion throw left side. And he's hit after the play. Tyon Campbell goes to the ground. 2 defenders there. And it brings up 3rd down and 3. From the Peabody 28. Time is at 8:14 remaining in the first half. There's a flag on the field. I think Peabody jumped. And it was a taste of their own medicine. Trenton defense now gets their first penalty of the game, and that will be a Viking first down. 1st and 10 now. They're going to mark that ball at the 23. Humboldt handoff left side. Nothing doing there. As Jeremiah Jones will get brought down. He got back to the line of scrimmage. So that one didn't do anything for us. A lot of plays for Humboldt, even though they've only had 2 drives. This is their second offensive drive. The last one ended in Peabody territory. Here we go. Humboldt back to pass. He's in trouble. He's going to dink it off to Jeremiah Jones. Jeremiah now goes to the open in the middle of the field. He keeps moving. He's a tough man to bring down. Wow. Let's see where they mark that one. He's going to get down to the 15. Pickup of 8 yards for the big man. 3rd down and 2. Jaden Champion empties the backfield. He's going to run it himself up the middle. Twist move. Oh, he's going to get the 1st down. Let's see where they mark this. It's a Viking 1st down, but let's see where they mark this. Looks like they've marked it at the 11. So he'll pick up 4. Back to pass. In trouble. Throws it. It was incomplete. Okay. I knew it was low. That pass intended for Jeremiah Jones. Nothing doing. Jaden Champion, 5 of 11, 60 yards and 1 interception tonight. Jeremiah Jones has carried the ball 8 times for 28 yards. The Humboldt Vikings have got to be winning the time of possession in this one. However, Trenton leads 7-0, 6:50 remaining in the 1st half. Handoff right side. It's going to be a sweep. Jeremiah Jones met at the line. Ball comes out. Let's see who picked it up. Trenton is saying they have it. It's a fumble. Jeremiah Jones. That's his 2nd fumble of the year. Humboldt can't get out of their own way tonight. A muffed punt and now a fumble. You got to play good defense. We're going to need the defense to really stiffen up here. Wow. My goodness. Here we go. 1st and 10. They're going to be on the 10. This is their worst field position of the night. They're moving a man in motion. Going to run it. Wide open hole. Humboldt gets there, though. Knocks him down. Great job there by the defense. He will pick up yardage, but he only picks up 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 7. Oh, they're saying no, he only got to the 12, so that'll be 2nd down and 8. Humboldt Vikings trying to make something happen here. Wanting to stop Peabody from getting their 12th consecutive win tonight. Ooh, that's a big run. He doesn't get a first. He looks like he's going to be stopped at the 19. It'll be a gain of 7, leaving them with 1 yard left. 3rd and 1. It doesn't look like we're going to have a repeat of 2018, thank goodness. 3rd and 1. 5:35 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Peabody leads 7-0. Man in motion. Stack that box. Here we go. He's going to throw it out right side. Swings it. Does a little spin move. He's got the 1st down as he gets out across the 20. And he'll get to the 21. Needed 1 yard. And he picked up 2. 1st and 10. Trenton Peabody. I think Trenton is shocked tonight with how Humboldt has played them in the 1st half. This place went from electric to tense real fast. Humboldt on defense here. Trenton Peabody hits the corner. He's got a little room, but he doesn't get far. There's going to be a flag. I think that's going to be a horse collar against Humboldt if I'm guessing here. Defense is going to pick up their 4th penalty of the night. We're waiting on the call officially from the refs. Flag is in. And it's going against Humboldt. So Peabody will get a 1st down. Let's see where they mark this. Time is stopped at 4:50 in the 2nd quarter. Peabody leads 7-0. 1st and 10. And it will be marked out across the 40 at the 41. So it will end up being a 20-yard gain. And wait a minute. Ref is blowing everything dead. And he's going to call a timeout for Peabody, I think, just called a timeout. So we'll take a break with them. We'll return here in just a moment. You're watching Viking football on Viking News on Demand. Welcome back in, everybody. Peabody Golden Tide leads 7-0 with 4:50 remaining in the first half. Let's go here. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 41. Back throw, left side, wide open. Nobody there. He's going to get quite a bit of yardage. Not enough for a first down. But he does get out to the 49. That's a pickup of 8. 2nd down and 2. No, wait a minute. Now they're moving. What in the world? Yeah, Chain Gang got a little confused. There we go. No. Something's not right. That should be far. He should be farther out than that. Handoff. He's going to bounce back left. Defense is there trying to wrap him up. He got. Where's he stopped at? I think he got the first down. No, they're having. Okay, they're going to say first down. Chain Gang was really messed up down there. That's going to get them to the Peabody 49. All right. Time ticking on down, but Humboldt hanging in there tonight. Move a man in motion. Now he's going to run it right side. Hits the hole hard. And that young man just brought him down fast. Great tackling there by Tyon Campbell. 7-0 your score. 4:22 remaining in the first half. It will bring up 2nd down as they get down to the Humboldt 45-yard line. Pickup of 6. And because he's got to get down to what looks like the 41 for a first down. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. Handoff right side. He's got the first down, and the Vikings are going to get there, but he's going to have to bring him down. They're still getting into that second level now as this team is wearing us down. They'll now get all the way down from the Humboldt 45 to the Humboldt 36. Pickup of 9 there. 1st and 10. Hey, I think I may have just figured something out. Maybe I can here in just a moment. Oh, handoff left side. Oh, man, he made a Viking miss. There is a flag. Is it a hold penalty? Let's see. There's a flag laying back around the 36-yard line here on our side of the field. And they are going to mark it against Peabody. So Trenton's offense will pick up their first penalty of the night. And it'll bring up first down and 20 from the 45. He escapes a sack. He's going to run forward and then both through a man. Man, should have had the sack in the backfield. He's going to get up to the 40-yard line as he'll pick up 5. Should bring up 2nd and 15 here. All right, making an adjustment to the left side of the field. He's going to fake the handoff. The defense is all in his face. He's going to complete a pass, and then he gets taken down as he crosses inside the 35 to what looks like the 32. It'll be a pickup of 8, making it 3rd down and manageable. Looks like it'll be a 3rd and probably about 5 or 6. Yeah, 3rd and 6. Seven nothing your score. 2:08 left in the first half. Trenton Peabody leading here at Vikings Barker Memorial Stadium, Doug Atkins Field. Trenton back to pass. He's going to throw it left side. Did he catch it? He did. Touchdown, Trenton. That was an incredible catch. Wow. 32-yard touchdown pass, and Trenton Peabody now up 13-0 with 1:52 remaining in the first half. Here comes the extra point. Yeah, go ahead and move that out. Try not to tap the table because it's going to. And the kick is up. It's good. 14-0, your new score. We'll be right back. You're watching Viking football on Viking News on Demand. Welcome back in. Humboldt trailing 14-0, 1:52 remaining in the first half. Alex McFarland is sitting next to me tonight. Alex, how are you, man?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't hear you. Let's try that again. Go ahead.
I'm doing great. I just got off work, and I'm here ready to watch some football.
Yeah. If you want to run the camera, you can still stand here and run that. There we go. Here we are. Humboldt Vikings trailing 14-0, and Alex, a lot of folks thought that Peabody would come in here and maybe play us like Halls, but Humboldt really has played well tonight. Offense and defensive lines in the first half have played better than last week.
Yeah, I like to see that.
Here we go. It's going to be a kickoff. Humboldt prepares to go back on offense. Only their 3rd offensive drive of the night. Ooh, deep kick. Angling toward the sideline. His return from the 10. He's going backwards, and he's in trouble. Oh, man. Come on, man. Quit running the other direction.
He's getting a few yards.
That's Kavian Taylor with the football, and now they're going to mark it. I think it's going to be at like the 9-yard line. We'll see where they officially write this down. And again, folks, we know you can't see. We'll have to take some time and work on the zooming in and out. But thanks for joining us tonight on Viking News on Demand. And we will definitely be working on that this next week as we travel to South Fulton next week. And we'll be on kind of our away game setup. We'll miss the game at Middleton, but then we will return week after that. Here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10 And it looks like the Vikings are starting on the 10. Back. Jaden Champion flushed out of the pocket. Ooh, he's going to get taken down right there. I don't know. That's going to be no gain.
He may have even lost a yard. Maybe not, but
going from where the guy was on the sideline, I don't think we did.
Okay.
But we'll see. See where they mark that.
Oh, yeah, they mark it the same. Okay, yeah, you're right.
I was going to say, the far judge down there, I saw him come running in. Here we go. Jaden Champion now, 2nd and 10 from the 10. Humboldt's going to have to get on the ball. We're under a minute remaining, now down to 50 seconds. He's back to pass. He's in trouble. That defense made him lose the football. He fumbled it. Who picked it up?
I think we recovered it.
The second fumble for this Viking offense tonight. Humboldt is able to recover that one, it looks like. Jaden Champion with a fumble. Jeremiah Jones fumbled earlier in the game. And is there a timeout? Looks like there is. It's going to be a timeout for Peabody with 32 seconds remaining and a 14-point lead. Peabody takes a quick timeout here. I never got to it, but my keys to the game tonight was protect the football. Well, we've got 2 fumbles. Turnovers cost us momentum last week, cost us points. And I'm telling you, against a team like Peabody, every possession matters. My second key to the game was limit the big play. Peabody loves to break those big plays. So far, we really have not seen a lot of that tonight. I think we've done that. Establish the run. I would like to see us do a little more, but we're having more success tonight against the run than we did last week. And then the fourth thing was feed off this hometown crowd, man. There's a good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, a hometown advantage is definitely a real thing.
If Peabody's going to win this game, they're going to dominate the trenches, and that's what they're trying to do right now. However, offensively and defensively, I'm really pleased with how Humboldt's handling it. The other thing is stay disciplined for Peabody, and then I wanted them to strike early. If they're going to win, they needed to strike early. Here we go. 3rd down and what looks to be 15 yards after Humboldt fumbled the ball. But they recovered it at the 5. He's back to pass. He's going to throw it deep. Oh, wow. Did he incompleted the pass. Oh, man.
Bounced.
It was a good effort, though.
That was.
A great effort. Now it's a 4th down with 25 seconds remaining. I think Humboldt's going to punt here. You're only down 14. And I said it in the pregame show, Alex. This is a team that can flip the script fast. You've got some fast players on the Humboldt Vikings football team. They play basketball too, some of them. But,
yeah.
We've seen their speed.
Yes, definitely.
You can't simulate this kind of pressure in practice, too. These young guys are really, really taking this game well. Now, the line has got to block here. You don't need a punt blocked. With 4th and 15, 25 seconds, you want to punt it, and you want to punt it deep.
You want the best punt of your life right here.
There it is. It's going to bounce, and it's going to take a Viking roll out to the 20. Well, on offense, we couldn't get out of our way there, Alex. A fumble and an incomplete pass, and a run that didn't go anywhere. 3 and out. Got to punt the ball. But I think it's a smart decision.
Yes.
I think Coach Williams maybe learned something from last week. He went for it early on 4th down against Halls, and it came back to bite us with a quick 7 points. Actually, it was 8 points.
Yeah, you definitely you don't want to do anything like that too early because you never know when you might think, I wish I had that one play back.
Yeah, you don't want that. Definitely don't want that. So you're at 14 seconds. That took 11 seconds off the clock.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's what you want, too, if you're Humboldt there.
Oh, yeah.
Christian Branch in here on the chat tonight. Good to see you, Christian. 1st and 10 from the 20. Peabody, Golden Tide, going in motion on offense. 14 seconds remaining. He's looking. He's in trouble. He's going to run it. He's got it to the 15. No, he gets hit before he got to the 15. Great tackle.
Yes, I love that he went for the legs. He doesn't. That's how you need to get him down is the legs.
That's number 8, Tyreek Boykin with the tackle. Man, it's so much easier calling a game when you're here. I'm just telling you. They're going to go for a field goal. With 4.8 seconds, they're lining up to kick a field goal, folks. Wow. He's got a leg. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They blew it. Hold on. Hold on. What was going on? Something happened, and Humboldt's going to the locker room.
I don't know what happened.
I don't either.
Oh, they're calling him back, I think.
Coach Williams wants an explanation. Well, I'm waiting for an explanation here to see, if we can tell from up here what's going on. And John may be able to join us in a minute and tell us what happened on the field. Now they're calling the other coach out to talk. No, the other ref. There's 4.8 seconds remaining. Kids are putting on their helmets again. That was confusing, man. I don't know why you would send your kids to the locker room other than maybe the one ref had told them that. It was a really confusing sequence of things that happened there. One ref blew things dead. The other one signaled for them to start. They went ahead and ran the play. And let's see what finally ends up happening here. There's 4.8 seconds on the clock. Trenton leads 14-0. It's 2nd and 6 from the 16. Okay, well, they're still talking. And Alex, I still don't have any kind of things to tell them up here just simply because this is a crazy, crazy ending to the first half.
Yeah, I think what will end up happening is they'll just redo the kick, probably, because if one ref was saying go, the other one, I don't know.
Coach Williams is out talking to one ref. Now the other ref's coming back. They're about to run this play, I think. Coach Cox, I think he saw it coming. He had huddled some guys around him, letting the head coach, go out and handle everything. Coach Cox is a great asset to this coaching staff. Coach Caleb Cox has been here for both years with Hayden Williams. Coach Swift stayed over from the former staff. Also, Coach Trayvon Brown stayed over from the former staff as well. Derek Taylor has been retained as well. Brian Smith has been brought in.
His dad, actually, I think it's his dad I see almost every day at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, really? Brian knows you. I saw him at Lee's Chicken a couple weeks ago on a Sunday afternoon. And he mentioned there's a young man from your church that works at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, sir.
You won't find any more devoted person at Chick-fil-A than Alex McFarland. Just saying.
I love it. I love it.
I know
Some
it.
good chicken, too.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah, they're going to redo it.
Yeah, Vikings are walking out there. Coach Williams still having his say. Walking to the sideline, hands out like, I don't understand this. Coach Smith comes out, the new addition, pulling Coach back, saying, all right, you've had your say. Here we go. 4.8 seconds remaining. Wouldn't it be something if they missed it here? Probably won't, but,
They could.
It's a decent field goal.
I did.
Kick is up. He missed it. After all of that, well, folks, I don't know what to tell you. Other than I'm happy they missed it. Goodness gracious. He missed it. We're going to go to halftime. I'll tally up some stats, and I don't have any defensive stats tonight. If you would have been here at the start of the game, I probably would have, but there's been a lot going on in this corner, and I do appreciate Mr. Puckett helping us run the camera, and he's helping us there. This team is walking off. I'll let you see that as they walk toward the locker room. We're starting halftime. We got 15 minutes for a halftime, looks like, on the clock. They haven't started it yet. I'm going to take a quick break. And we may kind of look into this camera situation for just a moment, play a little music, and we'll be right back. Humboldt Vikings trail 14-0 at halftime. We'll be right back. Welcome in, everybody. We are at halftime. Humboldt Vikings trail 14-0. Peabody misses a field goal at halftime.
We're very much in this game.
That's right. I mean, and that's all you got to ask for. You know, and I said it in my pregame show again, and we were talking about this. before we played Halls, Coach Williams said, here's what I want you to do. He said, I want you to compete. He said, I want you to, just stay in the game. I'm looking for the notes here. I've got them somewhere, but I got a lot of pages going on over here. But, I mean, really, from what you've seen, and I know you haven't been here that long, but the Humboldt Vikings, you said they're ever much, they're still in this game. But they're not just in this game. They're competing. He said, I want them to compete, grow, and learn.
Mm-hmm.
Every box check so far tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I feel.
Yeah, I'm liking how they are not giving up and how they are, just not giving up and giving their best.
Yeah. I mean, Jaden Champion is 5 of 12, 60 yards. That one interception, I wish he hadn't thrown that ball. Yeah. Take the sack. Were you here yet when he did that?
I don't think so.
Okay, take the sack there. I do wish he would have done that. But, I mean, that's okay. And Jeremiah Jones, he has 8 carries for 28 yards. Jaden Champion has 4 carries for 9 yards. Receiving-wise, you have Tyon Campbell, 1 catch for 29. Kavian Taylor, 1 catch for 13. And I think it's Demarion Westbrook. Yeah, the freshman has a catch for 6 yards in the opening of this game. So, really offensively, they're not doing bad. What do we do in the second half? I think you don't change anything. You try to milk that clock. You need to establish the run game a little better.
Yeah, really hang on to that ball. And if you eliminate the fumbles and the turnovers, and I mean, you're looking good. You can even put some points on the board. And I mean, your defense is looking pretty good. So I mean, you've held them to 14 points. Imagine if you can just translate into offense.
Yeah,
it would be a game.
Oh, definitely. I mean, yeah, definitely. So, Alex, I'll tell you what. Let's do this right here. We're going to swap over to this camera. We're going to be on here. Okay, you ready? I tell you what. We got still some time. I'm looking. We got 8 minutes 14 seconds left on this clock. So let's go right here. And Alex, I think when I look at this game and Trenton leading 14-0 at halftime, I think a lot of people in West Tennessee expected Trenton to run away with this thing. My question is what does the second half look like? Okay, they've beat us up, in the first half. And not beat us up. Let me rephrase that. They've tried to beat us down, running the ball. However, they haven't had a whole lot of success running the ball, and the end of the first half, more success than the first. But they're trying to throw the ball as well. Do you think our defense is going to be tired to start the second half is where I'm headed?
I was kind of worried about that. I'm hoping they're not. I think if they get some rest this half and or at halftime, they can come out strong. You need to start this half out very strong.
Sure.
And that will determine how the rest of the game goes, I think.
Yeah.
And if they start out strong, we have a real case to win this game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 14 points is not hard
to
flip something around. And, you just need the crowd to get in it. On the Humboldt side, I feel like, maybe fans are sitting a little too much. I don't want to shoot at the fans, but I'm just saying I feel like they could be a little more into this game tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, the players came to play, but I have a feeling that the fans thought that, this game, it's not even going to be close, and we're not getting into it. But they need to get into it because we are close. I've seen leads like this dissipate in 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, we're in this.
Yeah, and the crowd can give your team a second win, too.
They sure
We talked
can.
about them coming out a little bit, maybe sluggish in the second half. I hope not. I hope we can come out and really play well in the second half. And, we do get the ball first in the second half. So, I'm thinking about that and thinking how that, defensively, I don't know how much more we can hold up. I hope we can. Strength and conditioning has been a huge thing for this team in the offseason. Coach Williams will tell you they've had a lot participating in the offseason, and I can see the difference. This is going to be a true test of that strength and conditioning program right here.
Yes. And I saw good conditioning in basketball, but this is football.
Different.
The field is so much bigger.
Yeah.
It's a lot different. You're getting tackled, but I truly see a difference from last year to this year. We are a much well-rounded team than what we were last year, and I love to see this team grow.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. So, the chant from the fans can become fuel for the Vikings today in the second half. So let's see what happens. Really, sometimes it falls on the fans to carry some momentum for the team, and I hope that can happen here in the second half. We're down to 5 minutes, and I see a little bit of action down there, but not a lot. So I'll tell you what, let's take a quick break, and no, let's keep it right here, right now. I'm going to go full screen on this one right here so you can see what's happening on the field. Also see the time as it's ticking down as well. Alex, next week we travel to South Fulton. I need to be able to pull up some scores, and I don't have those. So let me see what I can do here and try to see if we can't pull up some scores from around the area because there's a lot of games that's happening in Gibson County tonight. And I would like to see maybe where the other county schools are doing. Every Friday morning on the Victory 93.7 FM. Free shout out there. Every Friday morning on the Victory 93.7, you've got Coach Williams that's on there. You also have other coaches from around the area that's on there as well. So I'm looking to see if there's any updates. I don't see anything right now, but we're going to keep checking those out. Alex, is there a game in the area this week that you're really keeping up with?
I would like to know the score of Milan versus South Gibson.
Okay.
I think that's a good game.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine. I would imagine Brandon Shields is watching that game really closely. Let me go over there and see. Not seeing a lot here. This may be an old Twitter feed, so I'm not seeing much there. Yeah, we'll have to check in, and maybe I can get some scores here in just a moment as we get ready for the start of the second half. We've got 3 minutes. Vikings are coming out there. You can see them there walking out. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, Viking football. More on the other side. Welcome back in. We're getting ready for the start of the second half. 42 seconds remaining in halftime. Humboldt Vikings trail 14-0. And I'm going to keep that feed up too. That may give me some scores. We did find out South Gibson leads 3-0 right now. And so we'll see if we get any more updates. But I did see South Gibson leading there. If you have some scores, why don't you drop them in the comments? Looks like we might have some of those. 3-0 South Gibson. Micah Powers saying that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Show you that over there. Appreciate it. We're going to get this better. Somebody said they love the new scoreboard. We're actually going to have a scoreboard overlay over this, but I know you're talking about the scoreboard of the school. Yes, they have rewrapped our scoreboard. And so we've got a new wrap on that. And they actually have a huddle camera that we will have access to our next home game. And we'll actually have a mobile camera down on the field is our plan. And then have the huddle camera up top. So that's our hopes. Here we go. Second half is coming your way next. As I'll have to wait to eat that in a break. So thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Yeah, add some water there. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't tell my wife I got Dr. Pepper. There we go. All right.
Hopefully she's not watching.
No, she is watching The Nephew tonight. Okay. And I got a picture a while ago. They're watching Star Wars. So I'm glad to be here. I can't stand Star Wars. But anyway, the rest of my family, I mean, they geek out over Star Wars. It's just not my thing, folks. I'm sorry. Just not.
I've never caught interest in it that much either.
Yeah, let me turn you up here. I'm going to have to go and catch your gain and bump you up some. Try that now.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. I hear myself now.
That music in the background is loud tonight.
It is.
So if you need more headphones, you just grab that there.
Okay.
Your number 2 right there, the green one on the side.
Yes, sir.
Humboldt's going into their 4th offensive drive of the night. Here we go. Let's turn this so we can be ready. 4th offensive drive of the night, first of the second half. Coming up your way next. Need to get some points here, Alex. How big would it be for this team to score points, get the 2-point conversion to make this a 14-8 ball game?
That would be a big momentum swing to start the second half.
Here we go. Kick is deep.
Oh, yeah,
he should have let that go through the end zone. Anyway, he's got it to the 5, now to the 10, bounces to the 15, makes another bad miss. Going back inside, got it across the 20, out to the 24-yard line. What a return.
I know that. I like seeing that. He's quick on his feet.
And that was number 8, Tyreek Boykin. That was a great return.
That sure was.
I mean, he brought that from like the 2.
Yeah, that was pretty close to a 20-something yard gain, close to, I guess, 23 or so.
All right. Looks like the ball is going to be marked at the 24. Running left side, Jeremiah Jones trying to stiff arm, and there's a flag. That should be against Trenton. Caleb Cox was making his case to the opposite ref. They're going to call a flag against Peabody. Let's see where that goes.
That's what we wanted to see at the start, running more, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
And they started running, and we got a flag and also gained some yards even with a flag.
Jeremiah Jones, he got from the 24 to the 25, so technically, he only got 1 yard, but the penalty helps you there.
It sure does.
And that is a first down for your Vikings. Moving the ball out to the 40-yard line. Back, handoff. No, fakes it. Throw to Tyreek Boykin, and Boykin incompleted the pass. He could not. Yeah, not Tyreek Boykin. Let me back up. Tyon Campbell in and out of the hands of Tyon Campbell.
I saw him. He is so frustrated that he missed that catch.
Yeah. Well, and I don't want this to sound overly cruel, but you need to be frustrated by not pulling that one in. I mean, there was no defense causing that.
Yeah, that was a first down right there.
Yes, it was. 2nd and 10 from the Humboldt 40. Back to pass. Looking left, throwing, incomplete. That pass was intended for Kavian Taylor, although Tyon Campbell was in the neighborhood, but it was not intended for him. He was looking right at Kavian Taylor. I will say that pass made me a little nervous. It did feel like maybe we were forcing it maybe a little too much.
Yeah, it did seem like it.
He has a tendency to stare down his receiver, which is okay in high school sometimes, but next level stuff, they're going to get you on that.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Ooh, made the defense jumped. And that's going to be another defensive penalty on Trenton. Trenton now has their 3rd penalty of the game, 2nd of the 2nd half. That'll move him out to the 45. Brings up 3rd down and 5 now. With that help, he's back. Throw left side, got it to Tyon Campbell. 1st down.
He caught that one. He was not going to let that one get away from him.
That's right. That pass gets up to the Peabody 44. That'll be a pickup of 9 on the play.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the Humboldt Vikings. They came out really calm, and they are forcing them to make the mistakes rather than them forcing you to make the mistakes. And that is what is the game changer in this half so far.
Handoff Jeremiah Jones, left side, gets to the line. There's not a lot there. The offensive line got a 1-yard push, and so Jeremiah Jones will pick up 1 yard on the carry. 2nd down and 9. If you're just joining us, we're in the beginning of the 2nd half. Humboldt trails 14-0, 10:45 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 9 from the Peabody 45. Back. Oh, wow. That pass way off target. Incomplete.
That one, he kind of did have to let that one go because he was going to get sacked.
Yeah, but you got to be careful.
Yeah.
That's when he threw the interception before. You got to know, when do you take the sack and when do you throw it away? And I don't know. I don't know that that's really throwing it away. I mean, he's in the pocket there. He's got to be careful. You just got to get that ball down, throw it at the feet.
Mm-hmm.
Throw. Jeremiah Jones, man. Jones didn't have a shot.
Yeah, you had other options there.
Yeah, Jones did not have a shot.
I didn't see any pressure coming at this moment. You could have waited a second. Maybe somebody else got open.
Yeah. So basically a no-gainer there. Jeremiah Jones with his first catch of the night. Thank you.
You got a lot going on.
There is a lot going on up here. People just don't know. All right, back to pass. Throw over the middle. Tyon Campbell for a 1st down.
He missed that one catch, and he took that personally. He's caught the next 2 after that.
He gets it down to is that the 30 or 31?
It is the 31.
All right, got it down to the 31. That is a pickup of 14 on the play. Tyon Campbell now with the hot hand.
Oh,
wait. That ball's on the ground. Are they going to say incomplete or fumble? All right. It does look, Humboldt did recover it. I think it's another fumble. Is that on Jones? I don't know. I'm scared to say who that was on, to be honest with you. I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah, there was a lot of people down there.
Back, throwing left side. He's got it to number 1. Shakes his defender. Now he's going to keep moving. That's a great play. Tylen Richmond with the catch. That play started at the 31. He's going to get it down. That's another 1st down as he gets inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Another pickup of 14. Did he catch it?
No, he didn't. It was right there. He if he would have kept on going and didn't hesitate.
sorry. I'm writing down stats here, and sometimes I'll miss that. Here we go. Second down and 10 from the 17. We have a Peabody Golden Tide player down. All right, well, let's take a timeout with them. How about that? Let's take a quick timeout. We will return in just a moment. Vikings trail 14-0. The score 8:38 left in this third quarter. We'll be right back. Oh, there we go. Welcome back in. That was Agnew going off the field there. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to here. Let's go there and then take us off the screen. How about that? Here we go. 8:38 remaining in the third. Vikings trail by 14. However, they're knocking on the door. 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line. Jaded Champion back. Handoff left side. This is Tyreek Boykin. He's hitting the corner with some speed. And did he get in?
He got it. Yes, he got it.
Touchdown, Humboldt. Woo! A 17-yard run for Tyreek Boykin.
This is exactly what we needed. The exact start that we needed. Take some time off the clock with our possession for a whole, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
That was a great possession.
That's a 17-yard touchdown run. Oh, they're saying number 9, DeAndre Emerson. DeAndre Emerson is the sophomore. So great job. Number 9. Now Humboldt is going out. Are they going to kick an extra point? I think they're going to attempt it. It will be Tylen Richmond out to kick. Here we go. Play clock is down under 10. They're going to have to hurry. Got it down to 5, 4, 3, 2. Kicks it. And it's blocked. There you go. 14-6 with 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Vikings are on the board. 14-6. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. And the Humboldt Vikings trail 14-6. But I'm telling you what, this is shocking West Tennessee. Yeah, this is shocking West Tennessee for sure. Here we go. Humboldt Vikings now getting ready to go on defense. Now to be Tylen Richmond kicking it off here.
What do you want the dead was?
Just sitting to your feet. All right. Having a little trouble keeping it on the tee there, so let me move this here so you can see what's going on. There we go. All right. No, yeah, there we go. Kick. It's going to be fielded from the 30. Goes right to the middle of the field. He shakes a Viking. And they got to get him down now. He's got out to the 40, 45. Crosses the 45 to the 47. Now, don't do too much chattering. Now, that's number 18, Chance Boykin. Doing a little talking out there. Just be careful. Is that 18 or 19? That may be 19. That's Jalen Hampton, I think. They're fired up, though, and I love to see it. I love to see the fire in these young men tonight, man. That's all right. Trenton, first offensive possession of the second half, running it left side. Got a big hole, and there he goes. He's running to the house. Trenton extends their lead.
Oh, there's a Viking on the floor or on the ground.
Yeah, there's a Viking down. I think it's probably cramps. And that was a 55-yard touchdown run. Now, that's how good teams answer.
Yeah.
And you just got to play good defense to get back in this one. It's 20-6. 8 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the third. We do need to take a timeout, so let's do that. We will be right back. You're watching Viking football on Viking News on Demand. Welcome back in. They're still working with our player down there. And so we'll just kind of keep it right here. Don't want to show too much there. Hayden Williams in his second year as head football coach here of the Humboldt Vikings. Coach Williams actually played against the coach. Actually, he played for the coach of Trenton Peabody tonight. He played for him when he was coach of Jackson Northside. Oh. And so there's a little extra fun in the game tonight. Looking here to see what number we're looking at. That is Jeremiah Jones. That's not what you want to see. Jeremiah Jones cramping out there, and looks like Coach Williams and the trainer will bring him back. So there you go. They're walking across the field now as now we'll get ready to do the extra point. 20-6 is your score. 8 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the third. And this Viking team is sure playing their hearts out tonight, Alex. I love to see what I'm seeing tonight.
Yeah, I do too.
Not ready to count it a loss yet, but even if you fell to 0-2, you would have to give them A for effort tonight.
Yeah.
And my biggest change has been really the offensive defensive lines this evening. They have played much better tonight than they did last week, that's for sure. Here we go. Lining up for the extra point is Trenton Peabody Golden Tide looking to extend their lead. Kick is down. Our hold is down. Kick is up, and he makes that one. 21-6 is your score. And the Humboldt Vikings will go back on offense coming up in just a moment. Your Humboldt Vikings get ready to go back on offense. Second offensive drive of the night, or of the second half, rather. And, you know, Alex, it took some time off the clock. And that's what you got to do when you're playing Trent. You want to milk that clock, keep the offense off the field, because you saw right there, they could score pretty fast.
Yeah, but I would rather them score fast than take 5 minutes or so off the clock, and then
You're talking about Trenton.
yeah. And because that would give us more time to have a chance to score.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Humboldt started at their own 24 last time. It ended with a 17-yard touchdown run by number 9, DeAndre Emerson. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. Their whistle has blown. Here comes Peabody. Puts the boot to it. And he's coming out near side. And he's going to return it from the 25. Got it to the 30. 35. Down the sideline. Goes out of bounds.
I think around the 37.
And I think that's Emerson again. I said that was Boykin earlier, but I think that was Emerson. That is. All right. Here we go. Humboldt Vikings back on offense. 8:04 remaining in the third. Trailing by 15. Here we go. It's an exciting atmosphere. You know, I did tell you I wanted to see the fans come back out. And I'll tell you what, every clap, every stomp, it's pushing this team forward. I'm seeing the fans get more involved.
Yeah.
Quick pass is tipped down at the line of scrimmage. It's incomplete. That pass was intended, I believe, for Tyon Campbell, but it doesn't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Oh, no. Here we go. Second down and 10. Yeah, second down and 10. Here we go. Vikings take the snap. Looking left side. Quick throw to Emerson. Emerson now is going to cut out. There's going to be a hold call. This is coming back. Humboldt Vikings get out near midfield, pushing their way to midfield right there. This is where the side judge, is going to come in and say it's at. But there's a flag sitting at about the 43-yard line. Folks, it's coming back. It's going to be against Humboldt. Third offensive penalty. It'll be their first offensive penalty of the second half. And we're backed up now to the 33-yard line. Second down and what looks to be 20. Well, not quite 20. 17. Close enough. Here we go. Vikings look like they're probably going to go through the air here, lining up with a deep wideout set. No, handoff. He gets to the corner. It's the fast running back. Got it to the 40. He'll get to the 45. Ooh, my God. He got took from behind. That was number 1, Tylen Richmond, hit from behind, but DeAndre Emerson with another great run. And he'll get it out to the 44. That's a gain of 11 on the ground. He has 2 carries for 28 yards. Good Lord. Here we go. Emerson falls down, loses some yards there. He'll fall down at the 42. So he'll lose 2 yards there. And that will bring up fourth down from the Humboldt 42. All right, time is ticking on down. Play clock has started as well. We're sitting at 6:20 remaining in the third. Vikings trail 21-6. In the gun. Back to pass as champion. Throw. Wait a minute. They just blow it dead. False start. Another offensive penalty against the offense of Humboldt. And another false. The first one was a holding call. Now it's a false start. That's their second penalty of this drive and the second half. Fourth penalty of the night. backing them up. And now it will be 4th down and what looks to be 14. I think they're about to punt, aren't they? No, they're going for it. I mean, you're in desperate measures here, I believe.
Yeah, you're closer to the end here. It does make a little more sense now.
Back to pass. Jaden Champion going to have pressure in his face. Throws it left side. And Humboldt wants a call. I don't think they're going to get it. There was a lot of contact down there on that far side.
Yeah, there was.
But it's going to be incomplete. And you don't get that call, so it's turnover on downs. Jaden Champion now is 9 of 29. 88 yards, 1 interception. 5:40 remaining in the third quarter. And it's a turnover on downs. Trenton Peabody coming back out on offense. Now you don't need them to score fast.
No.
You need that defense to get a stop.
Yeah.
Let's get a stop. The defense for Humboldt has 4 penalties as well. Offense has 4 penalties. That's 8 penalties on your Vikings. Trenton offense has 1. Trenton defense has 3. So it's 8-4 ratio on the penalties tonight. Quarterback keeps it, doesn't fool the defense, and a great tackle by number 18, or maybe 19. That's 19, Jalen Hampton.
Yeah, it was a great job.
Should have been a big loss, but he couldn't get him to the ground. So they're going to stay at the 37. It'll stay 2nd down and 10. Time is ticking on down. We are now down to 5:02 remaining in the third quarter. 21-6. Peabody leads. Wait a minute. Timeout, Humboldt. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. You're watching Viking football. We are in the third quarter. It's 4:55 remaining in the third. Humboldt Vikings trail 6-21. We're going to let Alex take a nap. Here we go. Come on back. Welcome back in. Viking football on Viking News on Demand. It is 2nd down and 10 from the Humboldt 37. 4:55 remaining in the third. Trenton Peabody moving some people in motion. It's going to be a handoff. Big back up the middle. That time it is number 5. Nizier Johnson coming up with a tackle, but they get down to the 32. That's a good pickup. However, it looks like they got to get it to the 27. So to bring up 3rd down and 5 from the Viking 32. Peabody in the gun. He fakes the handoff, throws left side. It's a low pass. Is it complete?
It was a yard short. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it's complete, but he is a yard short. It brings up 4th and 1. Going to mark it at the 28. 4th down and 1. Wait a minute. They're not even moving the. Okay, yeah, move him. I was like, they didn't even move the guy on the far side. So I was like, that is not 1 yard for sure. Here we go. 4th and 1. Here's the chance for your defense right here to show we're not tired in the second half. Get a stop.
Yeah.
Now they're running that big back. So let's see. Here we go. It's 4th and 1.
Oh,
he got it. Easily got it. And they'll get it down to the 25-yard line. Needs one, gets three. Peabody Golden Tide picking up another first down as they eat the clock. We're now down to 3 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter. You know, I'm happy. At least it isn't a 54-12 route.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I was
It's okay. Handoff right side, another big hole, and there's flags coming everywhere. What in the world is that?
1, 2, at least 2.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There was a whole lot of yellow flying in the air at one time. And I hate it because, you know, Peabody's colors, they got that black and gold, and sometimes it's like plays tricks with my eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my, was that a shoe? Was, you know, I don't see any yellow shoes out there tonight, thank goodness. But we have played teams with yellow shoes before.
Yeah, that had to be frustrating.
It's going to be against Peabody, I think.
Okay.
Well, wait. Yeah, they've back. Well, wait a minute. No. Do we know what's going on here? Okay, so he took the football. He's walking back. Yeah, they're gonna call this against Peabody. So Trenton's offense will pick up their first penalty of the second half, second penalty of the night, and it backs them up to the 35. So it's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. Maybe it was a 15-yard penalty from the play. I did not see the call, so I apologize, folks. Here we go. Brings up first down and what looks to be 20. Gets to the corner, gets to the 30, and a host of Vikings are there to bring him down. Does he get to the 30? I think they're going to give him the 30. So he'll pick up 5. Should bring up second and what looks to be 15. And we have a Viking on the ground. That's not good. That is Jalen Hampton. Let's take a quick timeout. We will be back in just a moment. You're watching Viking football on Viking News on Demand. Welcome back in. Sorry, I should have told you I was going to mute that on you. Trenton Peabody Golden Tide are at the 30-yard line. It's second and 15. 2:25 remaining in the third. Trenton leads 21-6. Pretty much one more score would probably ice this game. He's running. Got to the right side. Found a hole. Got a big hole and jumps over a Viking. And there you go. Trenton adds to their score. 27-6 now. With 2:06 remaining in the third quarter.
Even though it that might have been the end of it, I'm not saying it's completely the end, but I'm glad to know how we can play.
Oh yeah,
and that's how we came out this quarter. And it was great. We just have to keep that up.
Oh yeah.
But it's hard against a team like Peabody.
Extra point. Wait a minute. They're going to call a penalty on the defense. They declined the penalty, I think. Don't think. Wait a minute. What? No, he just waved off the flag. Here comes the extra point. Got it up. And it's good. 28-6. 2:06 remaining in the third quarter. More Viking football is straight ahead. We'll be right back. Welcome back in as the Humboldt Vikings get ready to go back on offense. It will be Humboldt's sixth possession of the night, their third offensive possession of the second half. What do you expect, Alex? You think they will? You think they'll go to the air now?
Wait, you say that again?
Do you think we go to the air now as far as throwing the ball a lot?
I think I will see. I think I will see more of that. But I hope they keep on playing hard because you want to get, even though you might feel like you might be out of it,
right?
Get some practice, like get some game time in. And
this team ain't feeling like they're out of it. I just said earlier I felt like that would ice the game, but this team don't feel like they're out of it. I mean, I don't think they're going to coach like they're out of it. I think
no, probably not.
That sends a wrong message if you do.
Yeah.
It does. It sends a wrong message that you've given up on the kids. And if you ever lose that locker room, it's hard to get it back. And so I kind of think, like I said, I think they're going to go on the air. We have, or go through the air. We have 2:06, because that was a touchback, 2:06 remaining in the third quarter. Trenton leads. They just drew them off sides again. That defense now has 4 penalties in the game. 3 in the second half. So that should mark it up at the Humboldt 25 and bring up first and 5. Trenton Peabody leads 28-6, 2:06 remaining in the third.
Was it on Peabody? Because I see somebody that's angry on Humboldt.
Yeah, well, it's still at the 20. So they have not marked anything off yet. And Trenton's coach is standing out there. Somebody called timeout. I think it was Trenton called the timeout. Not happy. And now the refs are all looking at something on their arm. Okay, so did they wave it off? No. They're about to mark. No, they're not going to mark anything. So apparently they waved it off.
It must have been offsides on both sides, and it just offset maybe.
Wow.
Oh, that was
bad snap. Goodness gracious. I don't know what that was. Jeremiah Jones ended up with it. It's not fair because the young man will end up getting negative yardage out of that. But it's just how the game rolls. And now you're backed up at the 15. You lost 5 yards there. Second down and 15. Vikings in the gun. Jaden Champion trying to get him to jump. It didn't work. Play clock down to 24. He's taking his time. Looks at a call on his arm. He got the call in from his offensive coordinator. Bad snap. He goes to run left side. He's met by a wall of Golden Tide defensive players. And now the offensive line is not helping him. So now we are at what looks to be the 12. That's a loss of 3 for Jaded Champion. And time is ticked down now to 40 seconds left in the third quarter. I am encouraged that, Champion got injured in that last game. I am encouraged he's been able to play this game, and he's still out there competing with his brothers in the big rivalry.
Glad to see that.
Throw left side.
Oh,
that throw was it was too far off that even the receiver didn't realize it was for him. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Tylen Richmond was wanting it, but he couldn't get to it. And now you're on fourth down. I think they're sending the punt unit out. And we're down to 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Trenton leads 28-6.
What if they try to pull a fake punt?
Doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. You threw me off. I was about to say something else. You threw me off.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my. That punt was bad. All right, so that punt only nets 3 yards. Let's keep it right here as they get ready. They're going to be starting at the Humboldt 15-yard line with 9.7 seconds remaining in this third quarter. So we're going to keep it here through the third. This score does not tell how close this game really was, though.
Yeah.
Up until about 4 minutes ago,
it was 14-6.
Yeah. Well, it might have been closer to 6 minutes ago, but. All right. Well, let's see how this third quarter ends, and they're probably going to run the ball. I expect them to run the ball. Let's see what happens here. Here we are back in the I formation. Now he moves the man out to his left. Going to hand it? No. Yeah, he does. He handed it off. Viking defense is going to bring him down. There's a flag. Comes in late. Time is stopped at 2.5 seconds. And I think it's going to be against Peabody. Yeah, it's going to be a hold on the offense. And that's going to move them from the 15 back to the 25. Well, that's a good penalty for Humboldt for them here in this point of the game. And time is out. There's a time runoff due to the penalty. And so there you go. We're going to take a break.
That band started playing, and it scared me a little bit.
Oh, yeah. We'll be right back. You're watching Viking football on Viking News On Demand. Fourth quarter coming up next. All right, Trenton is lined up. It's fourth quarter. Trenton leads 28-6. Hand off left side. Defense don't get there. He's got the corner. He's gone. Touchdown, Trenton. Okay, the defense right now, the defense is just wore out.
Yeah.
They lasted 3 quarters pretty good.
Yeah, they did. It's hard to go against Peabody, the size of them, and the bigger school. It's just more difficult. So, I mean, we put up a good fight in the first 3 quarters, though.
34-6, your score. 11:49 remaining in this ball game. Trenton ready to kick the ball here for the extra point. Oh, wow. Humboldt player didn't even get off the field. I'm surprised they didn't call the flag there, but extra point's good. So new score. Trenton 35, Humboldt Vikings 6. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. Humboldt going to return it from the 7. He's got it to the 20. And, yeah. Do they give him forward progress? My goodness, they're not. They're going to mark it at the 19. Wow. Well, that return was by DeAndre Emerson, and the Vikings go back to work. Their 4th offensive drive of the night, or of the second half, rather, not the night. 7th of the night, if you want to know that. 11:41 remaining in the game. Trenton Peabody leads 35-6. One just has to wonder, if he didn't muff that punt, what would have happened?
Yeah.
Oh, man, he's in trouble. It's just nowhere to go. And Jeremiah Jones there will get stopped in the backfield. And that's one of the things, and I don't know how you convey this to a young man like Jeremiah. He's better when he hits the hole. You hit the hole, and you just power through. He's a power back, okay? Well, you know, he's trying to go side to side there. He's not a side to side runner. That throw is complete. Hey, looky here. Make a man miss, and he does. That's going to be Tyon Campbell needing to pick up a key block there, and he does. He goes into the end zone. There you go.
Now that makes you even ask even more, what happened if he did, or what would happen if he didn't
muff that punt?
Yeah.
Yeah. What a play.
That was a great play.
79 yards for a touchdown. And that was to Tyon Campbell. That young man now has some good stats. Wow. And he tries to convert the 2-point play, and there's nothing doing there. 35-12, your score. But Humboldt not laying down.
No.
10:47 remaining in this ball game. The Vikings strike again. This time it's a 79-yard touchdown strike from the Humboldt Viking, Jaden Champion, all the way out to Tyon Campbell. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. Humboldt Vikings getting ready here to kick the ball off. You got to think they might try an onside if they're not giving up yet. You know, you might think they might do that here. I wanted to mention a stat here that is incredible, and I have not been keeping up with drops, and Coach is going to get me for that. But 4 catches, 131 yards for Tyon Campbell, and a touchdown. That's some stats right there that young man can lift his head proudly about. He has played his tail off tonight.
He's done a great job tonight.
Here comes a kick. It's going to be returned by Trent. No, he drops it.
Oh, we almost had that.
Almost got it. They're going to mark that one out around the 35-yard line. We'll keep it right here. Vikings now going back on defense.
I'm seeing that life back in Humboldt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Their energy is like it's a tie ball game right now.
Oh, yeah. All right, Trenton going back on offense here. Humboldt Viking defense would love to get a stop. There's still a lot of time. 10:44 left in this game. If you can create some sort of a turnover, Humboldt can get back in this thing.
Yeah.
I would love to be wrong that I said the game was over a while ago. I would really love for that.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We've been playing ball for 2 hours and 8 minutes. We still have 10:44 remaining in this one. Wait a minute. Timeout Humboldt. Did not like how the defense was lining up, and so Coach Williams takes a timeout. And Humboldt has only 1 timeout remaining, according to the scoreboard. Trenton has 2. What do you think they're doing right here, Alex? Are they trying to dial up some kind of blitz? Because I see the defensive coordinator, Caleb Cox, out there talking to his defense.
Yeah, I think they've been running. They've got to stop the Peabody's running. And I think it's probably, I think what you said, they're really trying to stop that run. And if they can hit him in the right place, he can fumble it. If he's not careful, he can fumble it, and you can get the ball right there, back at the 35-yard line or even closer.
Yeah. All right, they're at the Humboldt 35, 1st and 10. Trenton trying to do a little trickery there. Got the big man the ball on the corner, and he'll get a first down and more as he gets out across the 40 to the 45 and the 46. Gain of 11 on that play. 1st and 10, Trenton Peabody. Okay, wait a minute. The ref calls it an official timeout. Apparently the chain gang was not ready. Here we go. They got into the 46, 1st and 10. Now the time is moving. We're down under 10:15 left in this ball game. Trenton leads 35-12. Handoff left side. Humboldt Vikings tackling high. Got to go low. He'll cross midfield and get down to the Humboldt Viking 46-yard line. He lacks 1 yard. Wait a minute. Why are we not moving? I think they're not paying attention on the sideline. There we go. No, they're going to say he only gained 8 yards on that play, and it should be 2nd and 2. Here we go. It's a long 2 as well. Vikings got to stop that run. Going to give it to the big boy. No, fakes it. Throw deep. It's incomplete. And that quarterback was, he was hit hard. And there's a flag deep. We couldn't get that call earlier, but this ref is going to call it against us. My goodness. That's the first penalty on the defense in the second half. .245 left in the ballgame. South Gibson they're deep into Milan territory. Milan leads that game 7-3. South Gibson trying to make a go of it. Oh, wait a minute. South Gibson's up 10-7 with 2:09 left. There's an update.
So low scoring game.
Oh, yeah. Handoff left side. He's trying to get to the corner, and he does. He's got the first down and more. He's still on his feet, walking, moving, and he's going to go out of bounds. Oh, he fell on the concrete.
Oh, he got up.
He hopped up quick. Oh, he just pushed a Humboldt player.
Oh, there's a flag.
Yeah, he just came back up and pushed a Humboldt player. That ought to be against Trenton. Now, I know Humboldt probably said something. Let's see what the call is. The ball went from the 46 all the way down to the Humboldt Viking 15. And it will be a unsportsmanlike. Here it comes. I saw it when he extended his arm and shoved him. And so it's going to be a big penalty. So Trenton's offense has picked up 3 penalties in the second half. That penalty is going to be a big one, as it will move them from the 15-yard line all the way back to the 30. Ooh. Well, now they're marking it, looks like, at the 29. All right. We're down to 9:15 remaining in this game. Trenton leads 35-12. Handoff left side. Vikings get there, but he falls forwards. It's going to be close. I think he's short. It's going to bring up second down, as he will move on down now to the 19-yard line. He needs 1 yard. Second and 1. Gets to the corner. This defense, you got to know what they're doing. Uh-oh, flags come in. Flags come in. He falls into the end zone. But flags are laying at the 16 and the 15-yard line. I think this is coming back. I think this is against Trenton again. Time is stopped at 8:19 remaining in this game. With 1:14 left in the game, Milan just scored 14-10.
Ooh, yes.
Thank you to Coach Adrian Ingram for keeping me up on that. I appreciate you texting me, sir. Keep me up to date on that game.
Well, my mom teaches at South Gibson, but I live in Milan.
Watch out. I mean, you barely live in Milan, but you used to be in the city limits even more than you are now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they're bringing that ball back to the 25-yard line, And so it will be second down. Repeat the down. So it's a hold. It'll bring up second down in what looks to be a long 6 or 7. He's back. Fakes the handoff. Defense was in his face. Wow. Number 19, Jalen Hampton, got his hands on it. He was in the quarterback's face. Incomplete pass. And it brings up third down.
I'm liking our defense.
I love it. You're playing so good. This is a team that can just rotate fresh bodies and wear you down. I mean, that's the thing. You're playing a very big team. I mean, you look at how many they have on the sideline versus how many we have on the sideline. It actually, to be honest with you, it actually looks more even than in previous years.
Yeah, our team is bigger than it has been. I don't know if their team's smaller or if ours is bigger.
Uh-oh, defense gets in there. He completes the pass, got a first down, and he gets the sealed. He gets it corner sealed, and he is. Oh man, he's down there close to the touchdown. Let's see what happens. I think he stopped at the 2. A gain of 23 on that one, and he'll be stopped at the Humboldt 2-yard line with 7:43 remaining. Wow. All right. It'll be first and goal from the 2. There it is. They're going to do that tush push. Oh, a helmet came off. It is a touchdown. 41-12. Wow.
But it's crazy how much of a closer game it is than it was against Halls.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This team has played a whole lot better tonight. I mean, you have to. There's no doubt about that. This team has played a whole lot better tonight. Here comes the extra point. And that kick is going to be good. Vikings trail 42-12. We'll be right back. You're watching Viking football on Viking News on Demand. All right, there you go. Come on in here, Alex. I mean, we scored fast on the last drive. We had a 79-yard touchdown strike from Jaden Champion to Tyon Campbell. I told you I expected them to go to the air. I don't think they're going to change anything now. I mean, I know you're down 42-12, but keep slinging it.
Yeah, that's right. You never know what might happen.
Appreciate you joining us on Viking News on Demand. Let me go ahead and go over here, and let's make it full screen. Here we go. Second. This will be your 5th offensive drive of the second half for the Humboldt Vikings. Here we go. That kick is a deep one. It's number 3. That is Kavian Taylor coming back with it. Doing a lot of moving around. Got it across the 25. Looks like he got to the 27-yard line. An extra 6 yards toward the end zone this starting time for the Humboldt Viking offense.
I think for the last minute, we should play jackpot. Everybody, even defense, go to the other side and just throw it high in the air and see who can catch it.
Oh, my. That's why we're sitting here and not down there. Oh, my.
That's the last thing you want to do.
Oh, exactly. First and 10 from the 27. Humboldt backed in their territory with 6:35 remaining. And now that it's a 30-point game again, are they doing running clock? I think they are. And off right side. That's going to be Jeremiah Jones with the carry.
He's close to the first down. He likes maybe 2 or 3 yards.
It was a good carry for Jeremiah. Let's see how many yards they give him. That started at the 27. And they're going to mark it at the 35, 34. No, dancing back and forth. They're going to mark it actually at the 36. So he's 1 yard short.
Okay.
Pickup of 9. Second down and 1. 5:50 remaining in the ball game. Jeremiah Jones, 13 carries, 32 yards, a fumble. Oh, throwing it deep, left side. Oh, what a catch by Kavian Taylor. What a catch.
I wonder if we found something on offense this game.
Yeah. He went from the 36. Count those yards up for me, as I'm going to have to mark that for Kavian Taylor a catch.
He went from the 36 to the
They're 30.
That would be 54 yards. Wait, oh no.
I'll let you count that up as we do this next play, because I'm going to have to keep moving here. They're not going to take time off. Wait a minute. They're stopping things. What's happening? False start on the offense? That's what they're calling. It'll be the 5th offensive penalty for the game on the Humboldt Vikings.
Be like 34 yards.
34-yard gain. Great job. Thank you.
I don't know where I got 50 to.
I was going to say that didn't sound right. I was going to have you recount that. 11 for 32, 201 yards with an interception and a touchdown. Jaden Champion. Now they're going to back them up to the Peabody 35-yard line. Time is down to 4:22 and counting. He's in trouble. Throw incomplete. You got to put more on that. He's throwing it right into the offensive lineman. That's going to be an incompletion there. He has attempted 33 passes. Man, that's a lot of throwing.
Yeah, that is.
It's a whole lot.
But we sure have found something towards the in the second half.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Here we go.
Oh, that was a pull. I think he got some jersey in there.
Yeah, and
There's no flag.
And he's hurt. And the refs are going to let it happen. Look at him. He's hurt. That is crazy. He's going to have to come out of the game. He's going to have to go to the ground. That's number 52.
It does. Oh, man.
Ja'Cory Jeans.
Ooh.
That will bring number 59 into the game, Devon Pettigrew. And Coach Williams wants to talk to a ref like, why are we allowing this? That was an ugly play. It was a dirty play.
Yeah, that was. I mean, he was pulled. I mean, he was literally, his body was to the side.
And see, this is the kind of stuff that you don't want to see happen in the end of a game where your players are getting hurt. You know?
Yeah.
This game does not really amount to much when it comes to the playoff picture.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the overall record comes into play.
Yeah.
And so you expect the officials to protect your players from plays like that. I have a hard time with that. Time is stopped at 3:16 left. All right, well, let's take a break. I don't want you to see, if there is anything major here. We will take a quick break. We'll come right back. Everybody's taking a knee. We'll return in just a moment. More Viking football straight ahead. As you can see, they're helping him to the sideline, but they are literally having to lift him up. He can put no pressure on that ankle.
That is sad to see.
Yeah, it looks like that is Ja'Cory Jeans, number 52. Humboldt now back on offense here. Third down and long. Bad snap. Champion rolls to his right, throws to his right, and it's caught. First down, Humboldt Vikings. Look for that number. I'm not sure who caught that.
It was number 0, I believe.
Oh, Darian Taylor. Now that moved from the 35, and that will get him another first down, as now it looks like they're marking the ball at the 18. So that'll be a gain of 17 yards on the play if that stands, and it looks like there's a timeout on the field with 2:35 remaining. If Darian did catch that, that would be his first catch of the night. And I'm guessing, yeah.
I would expect him to be a big part of the offense
well,
at this point.
Peabody may have, double teamed him, focused in on him tonight. But the thing is that this offense, you really can't do that. You got Tylen Richmond, you got Kavian Taylor, you got Tyon Campbell. You just they got a lot of offensive weapons, Alex, that you just can't hone in on one.
Yeah.
We're down to 2:35 remaining in this ball game. Vikings trail 42-12. But now they are at the Peabody 18-yard line. First and 10. Here we go. I'm going to move that where you don't see that yellow there. There we go. All right. He's back to pass. Jaden Champion looking, throwing. And it's incomplete. So brings up second down. Twelve of 35. 218 yards, an interception, and a touchdown. All right, here we go. Second down and 10 from the Peabody 18. They're bringing a blitz off the corner. Champion picks it up. Throw. Incomplete. But that time, he threw it at the feet. I'm okay with that incompletion.
Yeah. Yeah, that way nobody intercepts it.
Yeah, definitely. Down a minute 40 left in this game. Third down and 10. He's in trouble, dumps it off, got it to Kavian Taylor. Kavian Taylor has the first down. And he'll get it on down to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 13 there. And they're trying to get back on the ball. We'll do a quick post-game show here.
He got in, I think. Oh, no.
Yes, he did. Who was that?
I can't see.
Is that a running back?
No.
I think it's DeAndre Emerson. Or, no, that was Jeremiah Jones.
Jeremiah Jones' play style reminds me a lot of Derrick Henry. A lot like Derrick Henry.
Yeah, if he would hit the hole, if he would hit the hole like that, definitely. 14 carries, 37 yards, and now he's got a touchdown.
And the 2-point is no good.
2 points, no good, but we have, okay, no, he's okay. I was like, wait a minute. All right, Jeremiah Jones running it into the end zone, 5 yards out. And that'll be a touchdown for your Vikings.
I think that ends
42-18. That is the ball game. Alex, let's look at offensive stats real quick. Your quarterback finishes the night 13 out of 37, completing 13 of 37, 218 yards, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. Rushing wise, Jeremiah Jones, 14 carries, 37 yards, 1 touchdown. Jaden Champion had 5 carries for 6 yards. Tylen Richmond, wait a minute. I put that one on the wrong stat line. That was he did not rush the ball. So let me go back up and correct that. Let's go to receivers because receivers tonight did really well as well. We had Darian Taylor 1 catch for 17 yards. Tyon Campbell, he's probably my player of the game. 4 catches for 131 yards and a touchdown. Tylen Richmond had 2 catches for 18. Kavian Taylor had 3 catches for 60. Jeremiah Jones 1 for 0. Demarion Westbrook 1 for 6. Congratulations, Humboldt Vikings. You have fought hard tonight. You lost 42-18, but you played well. Alex, I have to be encouraged by how they played tonight. I know the scoreboard is lopsided. I know you got beat. But this team competed tonight. They've grown tonight, and I think they've learned a lot tonight.
Yes, they have. And I want to see them take this energy into the next game. And we can win some games this year with how they're playing.
Definitely. Well, the streak continues. Peabody keeps its grip on the rivalry. They now have the longest win streak of the series, 12 wins in a row with the victory tonight. Another hard lesson in a rivalry that shows no mercy. Humboldt fought, but history has stayed on Peabody's side tonight. Rivalries are built on heartbreak, and Humboldt has felt it again tonight. The scoreboard reminds us Peabody still holds the upper hand. The fight was there, but the result was familiar for all their effort. Humboldt couldn't break the streak tonight. Peabody's run remains intact, but Humboldt's day's coming. It's coming.
Yeah,
Don't give up on Coach Williams. It's coming, folks. Great job, Humboldt. 42-18, their final here in Humboldt, Tennessee. Join us next week as we will be. Wow, I didn't know we could do that. Wow. You can see us and you see the field and then that graphic. We're learning a lot of things on this tonight. All right. You can see it. Let me just go ahead and go full screen with that. We're going to be in South Fulton next week. September 5th, we start our pregame show at 6:30. Join us next week as the Humboldt Vikings look to get their first win of the year, and it's against a district foe. We'll be right back. Actually, no, we're done for the night. Good night, folks. Have a great evening. We will see you next week.